I never met you, Terry. I'm Dick Paskey.
Oh, hi, Dick. How are you?
I'm good.
We need your service again
Well,
as the president.
I'm not talking to... I know that. That's when things started to collapse, when they decided they didn't want me
He's
anymore.
calling the meeting to order. It's King.
Oh, wow.
This special membership meeting is being held in accordance with Florida statute and Cocoa Lakes bylaws. Florida statute 723.063 states special meetings. Special meetings must be held when called by the board of directors or unless a different percentage is stated in the governing documents by at least 10% of the total voting interest of the association. Business conducted at a special meeting is limited to the purposes described in the notice of the meeting. The notice of the special membership meeting on March 17, 2014.
Me too. Thank you.
The following purposes for the meeting. 1. Establishment of quorum, call to order. 2. Proof of the notice of meeting. 3. Presentation of candidates nominated by nominating committee. 4. Nominations of additional candidates from the floor. And 5. Adjournment. An amendment to Cocoa Lakes bylaw states, section 3.2b, the nominating committee shall prepare a slate of candidates from among the membership and present such a slate at a special meeting of the membership called in January. At this meeting, nominations will be taken from the floor. Because the election procedures used in the past were found to be contrary to the governing documents, the scheduled election on February 12, 2014 had to be postponed. Due to the governing documents requirements of a minimum 20-day notice of a special membership meeting, today was the soonest date that this meeting could be scheduled. Because of the binding requirements of the statute and the bylaws, no other business can be or will be conducted at this special membership meeting.
That's false.
There can be no additions to the agenda by the members. There can be no speeches by the candidates or the members. There can be no question or answer period directed towards the candidates.
Jesus.
Nor can any other
It's all
action
made
be
up.
conducted at this special membership meeting except for the listed agenda items. Upon the conclusion of the presentation of the candidates by the nominating committee and any additional nominations from the floor, this special membership meeting will be adjourned. Each member and non-member holding a proxy is asked to sign in. The sign-in sheet will be used to assist in the establishment of quorum, so it is important that it be signed. Only one member per household or one proxy per household is permitted to be signed. Upon the establishment of quorum, the meeting will commence and proceed according to the agenda.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work. Zaslow.
Say point of order.
Point of order.
Point of order. That's not gonna work. I don't care. You just sit your goddamn ass down. I don't wanna hear it. You just sit there. Just sit there. Just sit there. I'm talking right now.
I don't know.
This is my First Amendment right. Sit down. Sit down. My name is Sam Parnas. Call the police. I am a son of a Holocaust survivor. I'm going to talk. Right now.
Did you provide written notice that you're taking to the secretary as per our requirements?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you.
Allison.
I remind you that your rights end where mine begin.
You have to, as soon as you have to speak up.
That's good.
That what?
That's good. They're calling the sheriff.
The sheriff is, no, they won't. They can't.
They won't do anything.
They won't do it.
I'm just talking. I'm just talking. I am a member of the
You should stand next to him to support him.
Okay, it's official. We do not have quorum. We have 84. We needed 109. This meeting is adjourned.
They wouldn't let you sign it?
No. They said it's after 7. The doors were locked. You can't sign in.
After
Mr. Whitlock, the secretary states she did not receive written, a
The
notice
board,
from you.
the president received
You
it.
did
It's
not-
ample.
No, you have to give written notice to the secretary.
No, you have to give it to the board. We gave it to the president who controls the secretary.
That you were recording the meeting. You have to give notice to the recording of the
No,
meeting.
you're wrong.
No. Okay, I just had to.
You're
I have
wrong.
to tell you that so when
You're
the
wrong.
sheriff's department gets here, I can tell them that I asked you to stop recording.
Okay, that's fine. They called the sheriff
When?
just now
For what?
because I'm recording and I didn't have permission to record.
Now it's staying there until the sheriff comes. Is he coming?
Well, he said they're waiting for the sheriff.
I thought the meeting was adjourned. What's
It
the
is
problem?
adjourned.
So what are they going to do? Tell you to leave because you have permission? You can't arrest you, right?
See, there is, look, there's a guy up there recording. I filmed 12 other people in this audience recording.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because I'm recording. Do you notice how many other people are recording? Yeah. Well, I'm going to say to the cop, you know what, if you want to arrest me, there's 12 other
We are
people.
not going to hold a board meeting tonight. So we're done here. Everybody can go home.
We don't have to. We own the place.
That's right. Very good. Very good. Let's hold our own meeting. Somebody make a motion for a members' meeting. Linda, come here and listen with me. They're coming for me.
What? Not
I
coming
gotta
for
listen
you.
to this.
Where's your?
Is there a procedure about doing that? Is there rules and regulations with your
No,
homeowners
the other
association?
all of a sudden, this guy over here, this small one, all of a sudden says, no one's allowed to talk.
Which,
tell
officer, it's
Yeah.
illegal.
It's
They made a
illegal.
rule, and our bylaw says that rule has to be mailed to every member, and it does not become effective
48 hours.
for 48 hours. Ask them if it was ever mailed out. It was never mailed
Okay, well,
out.
that entire situation, so we can hear each other, okay?
I'm more comfortable standing here. I'm not breaking the law.
It's just hard for us to hear you.
Well,
But I'm saying,
unless you're here,
Nobody's
unless
in
you're
trouble.
here to arrest somebody,
Nobody's in trouble.
I will also tell you, the members own this clubhouse. The corporation, everybody has 360th ownership of this clubhouse. They cannot complain to you of any criminal activity. If it's civil, it goes to a civil judge.
Okay, yeah.
There's no criminality
The
here.
reason we were called out is because there was fear of physical altercation.
Oh, you know what? These guys have violated so many laws. They're under recall right now with an arbitrator in Tallahassee. It's coming
they're
down.
scared.
And they're scared.
He's very scared.
This is
He's
called
very scared.
abuse of power of the board, and now they want to use you
He's
for
very
their abuse
scared.
of power.
They
So
are
if you don't see
scared.
any crimes in progress,
They are scared.
nobody
And
is that violent
they're
here
under
except
recall.
the shouter on the microphone. He is violent to our sensitivities of right and wrong.
You guys can do that. That's your issue, all right?
Yeah. Everything that's been mentioned here, there's no crimes have been committed. Yeah, if he was getting loud during your meeting, yeah, I mean, if there's some kind of rule against that, that's a civil infraction. That's something you guys are going to have to negotiate with. That's not something I can enforce. Because there's no law broken at that point. Nobody hit anybody.
Right.
Nobody threatened anybody.
Nope.
There's no laws broken.
Very good.
That's what I want.
Then all you got to do is resign, Jerry, and there'll be peace and order.
Listen, I want to tell you
Just
something.
resign.
I want to tell you something. Because I'm not, I hate this. I don't want all
You
this
should.
contention.
You
That's
should.
right.
But you are the president. You should be able to control them. You know what's bad, Jerry? They're saying that what was done in January was not a special meeting, therefore the nominations was not good. That's what this is all about. But do you realize on your official website, by the webmaster Mark Kantrovitz, it says clearly on there, January 20th membership meeting.
The thing is this, we have been doing it wrong for 33 years. You have pulled it to our attention. So what can we do except do it over?
Jerry, you were not in the office on January 25th.
No, I was not.
That's 2 days after that postcard came out. I talked to Lisa Salig. She says, I have a lot of issues with this election. It's defective. I says, when I was complaining about her rights, she said, no, they never sent out an agenda. She told me, I didn't know that, on January 25th, your co-chair for the election wrote in your newsletter, and this is Carol Harshak, she said, and go back and read it, I am checking all the laws, all the procedures to make sure everything is done properly. That was in the January newsletter. So how did we get to this if you have an election co-chair and a property manager over there saying they knew what the problems were on January 25th and did nothing about it? It wasn't us, not us.
Well, that was before my time. But
January 20th this year?
Yeah, I was elected February.
No, this year, not last year.
Oh, this year. Well, that's what I'm talking about. The election is wrong. You're right. It's wrong. Well, what can we do? You don't want another election?
No, we don't want another slate of candidates.
There's no other slate. We have the slate.
Yes, you do. It's set.
And do you know what we were going to do tonight? We're just going to re-announce the slate. That's all we were going to do.
Well, they didn't need to go to this length, scaring the hell out of the whole community that no one could speak.
That's not
Everybody,
true. They had 3 minutes to speak on any object on the agenda.
Jerry, then you don't know what they're doing to you as social. I have 12 emails that Lisa Saley sent to 12 members saying, I've run this by the attorney, and she said the agenda has already been sent out, and you cannot speak. 12 emails.
You can speak on anything that's on the agenda.
No, they could not speak, period. They said maybe in April you can speak.
I never saw that email.
Well, you should ask your property manager. They're doing things that you're not even aware of.
I want to be friends. I want the whole community to enjoy their living here.
But you got to take control as the president. You're the only one that can stop this.
I want to tell you something. I am so tired out from this, and I have my own law practice, my own real estate practice, and a million other things. And I never thought that this was going to be when they asked me to be president, but it is. I didn't ask for this position. I was pushed into it.
And you know what? You're being used. And the main user of you is Mark. And then Mark got other allies. You've been used, Jerry.
He was actually telling one of the sheriffs that he was not a member of the community, had no right to speak.
He's telling the sheriff about me?
No.
Oh.
He's telling the sheriff that
The
Sam
gentleman
doesn't
right there.
live here, that
Right.
he's not a resident.
What?
Yes.
You're
I
kidding.
swear to God, I heard it.
He said that up front too. He said that up front when I was standing next to Sam. He said, you don't live here.
God. He lives his next door neighbor. He lives next door to Bruce. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does. I remember that.
Right next door to Bruce.
He's his neighbor. I know.
Did you tell him that yet?
Yes.
You got to tell. You told
And
Sam?
he said he knew. Yeah, he said he heard him.
Oh, you heard him? Yeah. Oh my God.
And said, you heard it. I wasn't in the hall.
I didn't know that you're not a member. You're not an owner here.
Yeah, I know. He says I'm not an owner.
Yeah, he told the cops you're not a member or an owner.
No.
Wow. Did you sell your house to him?
I didn't know.
Why didn't you calm down your friend, Sam?
And guess who told that the procedure was incorrect? They blamed it on me. It's in the newsletter. Terry Whitlock came in and threatened us, told us. It wasn't me. Guess who told him?
We told you.
Lisa Sailing on January 25th.
Yeah, I read that.
January 25th. She told them, Mark, there's no agenda. Because Mark sent out that postcard, not Associa. Mark forgot to put the agenda in. And Lisa says, I haven't. You know, it was so bad that Lisa brought her boss in here heading to try to tell Mark all the stuff he was doing wrong. It's not us, Tony. It's them.